might have seen this video pop up in your notifications tab and wonder, what the hell is he doing talking about Toy Story 4? I am late. I did see this movie back then. I didn't have time to review it. I had a bunch of other stuff going on, and so it kind of just got pushed to the back burner. There's some shitty movies that I've seen that I actually haven't done a review for, not only to spare myself pain, but just because I have other shit going on. A lot of people request that I actually talk about Toy Story 4. One of my friends, shout out to Brandon, he's the biggest reason why this video is happening. He wanted me to talk about this movie, so we're talking about this movie, and I had a break in the schedule, and it kind of works out for everybody. But because this movie came out a couple of months ago, and I'm pretty sure nobody is searching for videos or reviews on Toy Story 4, I feel like there's like 3 or 4 people that are actually gonna watch this, so hey, 3 or 4 people, we're gonna try to make it fun for you today. I picture that that's exactly what the traffic for this video is going to be like, but whatever, let's talk about Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4 is the 4th film in the Toy Story series. It is the first movie in the series since 2010. It's a direct sequel to that one. This film is directed by Joshua Cooley in his directorial debut. It brings back a lot of familiar names to the voice cast in here. You've got Ann Potts, you've got Tim Allen, Tom Hanks, Key and Peele show up in this movie. Keanu Reeves plays a new character for this movie. The story in here is that the toys have been growing comfortable with their new life with Bonnie. They're all enjoying things, and Woody and his people are kind of like the OGs of the group. One day Bonnie goes to school and she comes back and she has a new toy. She creates a toy out of a spork, and they call the toy Forky. Forky is his name. So they have to try to convince Forky that he's a toy and that he belongs to Bonnie, and then they go on a road trip, and then something happens and Forky ends up getting missing. So now Woody has to try and track down Forky, and it kind of turns into an adventure within an adventure, and that's pretty much how the story goes. Like, I feel like I don't have to tell you much more than that because, like I said, everybody's seen this movie. It made $1 billion. I went into this movie a few months ago, not that excited for it. I mean, I wasn't blown away by the promotion and the trailers, and honestly, I thought that the third one was kind of the perfect ending for this series. Didn't really know what else this series had to offer beyond the third one. I thought that was the perfect emotional send-off. I didn't need to see another one, so I went into this one kind of lukewarm. So I'm watching the movie, and things are going okay for a while, and then all of a sudden, Bo Peep shows up on screen, and she doesn't have her dress on and everything, and I'm just looking at her, I'm like, holy shit, this was the holy shit moment of the movie for me. I'm just sitting back in the theater and I'm like, god damn, when did Bo Peep get that thick? Bo Peep was dumb thick in this movie. It doesn't even make any sense. What do these animators and these people who draw these characters, what do they be thinking when they draw these women like this? I thought that the movie was playing tricks on me, so I immediately had to put on my bifocals to make sure that I was seeing shit the right way. Yep, in case y'all didn't know, these are the bifocals. These ain't glasses because I ain't got no prescription for them, but these are the bifocals. Basically from bi, because bi is the Greek word for two. It also comes from focals, which is the Swedish word for focused, and basically it just means that I can see double. Like, I can see double of everything. I see twice as good as I did before. It's kind of like putting a Greek and an Italian baby together. It's just beautiful. It's supposed to look beautiful. So I'm just sitting there in the theater with my bifocals on, trying to look at Bo Peep, make sure that I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I mean, did she have all this the whole time? Was she just hiding all this shit inside of her dress? Like, she come out in this movie 9 years later and she looking like Iggy Bo Peep or Nicki Minaj or some shit. Damn, God, when did she get so much cakes? Bo Peep got dumb cakes. Woody, you better blow them candles out, bruh. At this point, I'm rooting for Woody in the movie. I'm just like, bro, where's your lasso? Don't let that get away. Don't you let that get away, Woody. You better take care of that. You better be on it, okay? Shit, make that ass reach for the stars for real. Say all that to say that Bo Peep had a real friend in me during this movie for some strange reason, and I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm not trying to be out there, but bro, I'm sorry. It's just the type of stuff that my brain notices when I watch a movie like this. Like, Bo Peep, she just... Good Lord, woman looking like Train Up in this bitch, and I'm not supposed to say nothing about it? I'm supposed to be actually reviewing the movie and not reviewing Bo Peep. I don't know, I'm not entirely sure how that happened. Anyway, guys, I'm here to tell you that Toy Story 4 was actually a pretty solid movie, and I can see how they could justify a story for this. You know what? The story didn't feel forced, it didn't feel used up, it didn't feel like they were overstaying their welcome. The story here felt necessary. It did feel vital. So you gotta single out the voice talent, because the voice talent for movies like these are always where you gotta start and end the conversation. It's all about the voice inflection, it's all about how much energy you bring to the role. It's all about how much you can sell me on the emotion and the humor and the timing of whatever your character is trying to say or go through at that particular moment. And I gotta say, the voice talent for this movie is great. Obviously, Tom Hanks, I mean, that dude is just, he's Woody at this point. We know Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks always kills it as Woody. Tim Allen and Potts, also great standouts here. My favorite new voice actor is probably Keanu Reeves, because he plays a really awesome new character. 2019 is apparently the year of Keanu, so I just felt like I should shout out Keanu in this video, because he plays a character called Dugan Kaboom. Duke Kaboom, I think is his name, and he's awesome. He's awesome in that role. 9 years after the last one, so the animation animation is going to be on point. The animation in this movie is gorgeous, it's beautiful. Whatever word you want to use for it, the animation here is exactly the way you would expect the animation to be in 2019. Really appreciate the story that they were trying to tell in this movie. There is a nice message in here about old versus new, and how sometimes in life there's always going to be a new shiny red toy. There's always going to be something brand new, something more impressive, something more exciting that people are going to gravitate towards. And that doesn't mean or make the older toys irrelevant. It also means that sometimes you got to give it up to a new generation and allow them to have what they want to have, and that's okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. And this movie kind of deals with that conflict in a very beautiful way. It represents itself on screen between Bo Peep and Woody, and I thought that that was where the movie was at its most interesting. You know when it was also at its most interesting? When Bo Peep was walking around shaking that ass. Okay, no more Bo Peep, I'm sorry, but it's just every time she was on screen, I just kept hearing this.
Sticking and moving, trying to get to you and that booty, trying to get to you and that booty, trying to get to you and that booty.
So the critiques for this movie have to be compared to the other movies in the series. I feel like that's where most of the critiques are, and it's not because it's a kids movie and you have to go easy on it because it's a kids movie, because that's kind of bullshit in my opinion. But even still, you look at this movie and you're kind of like, okay, how does it compare to the other ones? And I gotta say, while I did enjoy this movie, I don't think I enjoyed it as much as some of the other ones in the series. Even though the movie does have some very emotional moments, especially towards the end of the film, I don't think the movie was as emotional for me as they wanted it to be. Some of the humor in the movie was definitely hit or miss. There are some moments where Key and Peele are funny, and then there are other moments where you're kind of like, I wish they would kind of shut up by now. The biggest disappointment as a fan, actually, is that we didn't get a chance to see some of the older toys. Like, the older toys really aren't in this movie a lot. I get, structurally speaking and story-wise, why they weren't in the movie that much, but still, as a fan, it was kind of disappointing. Kind of sidelined and pushed to the back burner. A lot of them didn't even have speaking roles, and it was just kind of disappointing. Yeah, that's more of a nitpick, a fan thing than anything else, than an actual issue. Overall, I enjoyed Toy Story 4. I think it's a good movie. I think that most Toy Story fans are happy and should be happy with the movie. Toy Story 4 was a really good time at the movies, a solid sequel. I'm going to give this one the Silver Age Man of Steel. Forget Toy Story. What did you think about Bo Peep? Come on, you know she had some serious cakes. Let me know what your opinion on her is down in the comment section. Who thicker, her or Elastigirl? Let me know in the comment section down below. Please like and subscribe to the Superfan Show. And as always, if you like what you see, tell me how you feel and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.